Good morning, everybody. This is your favorite MS4 coordinator, Rick Brown. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and I kind of say that a lot every day. That is a little bit different. But we try to get the information out to you folks so you could think about it, hopefully assist us, do things in your own way. But today's message is going to be more of the 4 seasons that we have. You know, summer, winter, blah, 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 spring, fall, and things you can do for kind of each season, just kind of singling out a little bit. So we're just going to kind of throw that information out there to you today. For those of you that don't know, our basic message is stormwater runoff is not good. However, stormwater runoff is really a major pollutant of our streams and rivers. And because of this pollution, many of our local waterways, and yours, are not fit for fishing or swimming. And they have become or are becoming environmental concerns and or hazards. So we're going to give you guys some pointers, so there are things that you can do throughout the year to help us and prevent pollution to our stormwater drainage systems. Let's start with spring. So we're in the spring, right? And you guys are all getting your grass ready, you're going to be getting your gardens ready. So basically, you can plant trees, you can start your gardens, you can plant new grass, things like that as vegetation to get started with in the spring. And all these things will help rainwater soak into the ground in lieu of running off. The first things that you really should do if you want it to turn out good is have your soil tested for the acid level in your soil, or acidity. And if it is too acidic, you can spread lime, and what lime is going to do is kind of sweeten that soil up a little bit. And it's best not to use fertilizer by itself until the fall, because it can actually be harsh and it can burn things. One of the last things really for the spring, a lot of you don't do it, but you've seen it. But it's a kind of a secret, but grow clover in your lawns because it beautifies the lawns. And one of the other things that it does, a lot of people don't know about, is that we're losing our bees. And clover tends to keep bees. I know that you do not want to get stung by a bee, of course, but bees we need our bees because they're a very good insect for our society. And clover, bees like clover. So, and they really look kind of cool. The other thing is it will increase the nitrogen level, and naturally, kind of. And you need the nitrogen level to green up your grass. Now we're going into summer. You should know your grass. One of the things that I've been guilty of myself in the past is mowing my grass and then raking it all up and getting the clippings off and stuff. But you really want to keep your clippings on your yard because they're going to enhance the fertilization and that type of stuff for your grass. It's just better to keep your clippings on your grass. Actually, you should wash your car minimally, not every day, but you want to wash it over the grass and not the driveway, so all the soaps and stuff don't go down that storm drain. And when you go shopping, you can go to the auto stores and you can buy safe shampoo to wash your cars with. And the other thing is that, you know, a lot of us have been guilty of over the years. I've changed my mind about it, of course, but scoop the poop. When you have your cat and your dog outside and they go in the yard, and for those of you that are around our area here, if you call MS4, you can get the little doggy containers with the plastic mitts in them and stuff to help you pick up the dog poop. And now the fall. We've talked about the leaves before over storm drains, so basically we don't want to rake our leaves into swales that carry water, into ditches, that type of stuff, and we don't want to put them down the drains or over the drains. And for those of you that have little ditches on your property, that's great, but don't burn your leaves, don't burn your swales, because that creates more of an erosion effect when it does rain, and it's better to not leave it. It's better to leave it natural. And you want to fertilize your lawns only if needed. And there are test kits. You can call co-ops that'll come out and look at it, that kind of thing. And there are companies that spray. I'm not going to name any companies, but when you call companies to do that, you really want to read up and be a little bit knowledgeable, because you also can do damage to your grass from various companies that want to spray and do things, because they're in business, and they're in business to make money, and they're in business to do it right. That's correct. However, there are articles that I have read about various companies, and they come out and they're going to do what you ask them to do. But be careful and try to read a little farther with this, because you can actually damage the top surface of that grass. And that can be related to what some of these companies are spraying on the grass. Now we're going into winter. As you're winterizing your vehicles and the exterior of your house, check for fluid leaks and get your fluid leaks repaired and or fixed, because small amounts of antifreeze, oil, those kind of things, they can run down and they can be a major pollutant. And we've talked before about water and making chocolate and how much it takes. Well, these little things add up, and they can pollute thousands of gallons of water. And make sure that when you have these leaks and you're going to get them repaired, you're probably not going to have a leak and get it repaired tomorrow, unless it's major. But all the little leaks are problematic as well, because you can collect those items and take them to solid waste right here next to our office for proper disposal. Don't pour them down the storm drain, don't pour them in the grass, just dispose of them properly. So basically we went through spring, summer, winter, and fall, just little tidbits of things you can do to help our environment and yourself and your yards, and keep them clean and brighter and cleaner. And remember that there are places that you can take these products to, like solid waste. MS4 actually gets all the stuff. I get records of all the stuff that they do collect every year, and you would be surprised. So for you folks out there, there are places you can actually collect these things before you get the leaks fixed, and there are places you can take it, like solid waste right here. So it helps our environment. So remember, the basic message is stormwater runs across all that and all those leaks. It picks it up and then it runs down the drains and stuff. So all of you can really help us keep our stormwater clean. This has been a 4-season message, but the basic message is to you folks: help us keep our stormwater clean. Thank you very much.